Okay. These pastimes I'm taking from the book written by a devotee. It's called A Blue Boy of Vrindavan. So it has many like not so famous pastimes, but still like beautiful and delicious pastimes of Lord Shri Krishna in Vrindavan. Actually, like people may ask, like, if Krishna is the Lord, then why is he taking birth in the human form, that too in Bhuloka Vrindavan? He's from Goloka, you say, but why is he taking his birth in the like Bhuloka Vrindavan? So actually, our acharyas, they answer that Krishna is so wonderful, so amazing. He doesn't have to take any birth in the, I mean, he doesn't first of all take any birth. He basically appears in Bhuloka Vrindavan. And why does he appear? He appears because, like in the form of human, because he performs various beautiful pastimes. And when we, like fallen devotees, when we hear about these wonderful pastimes, we actually, who have turned Bahirmukh, away from Krishna, who is our supreme father, who is our supreme well-wisher, we turn towards him. So, like, if Krishna, imagine if Krishna had not, come to this world, and he has not performed these beautiful pastimes, I mean, definitely just because of philosophy, at least I wouldn't turn to Krishna. Because I heard all these beautiful, beautiful pastimes, then I realized that, oh, this Krishna, who is our supreme father, he's not just great, he's so sweet. And this sweetest Lord, this is the Lord whom I actually want to surrender. Because he's not like the strict Lord who will just, show the stick and tell, oh, surrender unto me. No, he will say that this is how I love others, and this is how I can love you also. That he shows by his example. By loving the Vrajavasis, he shows that this is what I can give you, this much love I can give you. Why are you all like hankering for the love of this material world? Like, love of this material world is just a glimpse of what, like what is the actual love of this supreme Lord. We see the topmost love we can see in the material world is the love that our mothers can offer to us, very selflessly and very, very like without any inhibitions. And if that is the, topmost in the material world, we cannot even imagine how much more selfless Krishna can actually, love us. There is a beautiful shloka in Srimad Bhagavatam. It says, Jayati Jayati Devo Devaki Nandanaso Jayati Jayati Krishna Vrishni Pradato Jayati Jayati Megha Shamala Komalango Jayati Jayati Prithvi Bharanasho Mukunda Jayati Janani Vaso देवकी जन्मवादो यदुवर परिषत्वर दोर्भिरस्यन्न धर्मं स्थिरचरवृजिनाज्ञा सुष्मिता श्रीमुखेन व्रजपुरवनितानां वर्धयन् कामदेहम्. Says that the Lord is so he performs such wonderful pastimes in Vraja, and that too he has such beautiful face. Sushmita Shrimukena. He's like, he's not just beautiful, he is Sushmita. He's superbly beautiful. So actually we don't even know how much beautiful is Lord Krishna, how much merciful is Lord Krishna, how much wealthy is Lord Krishna. So we don't even know his true mercy actually. But because he comes to Shridam Vrindavan in the material world, and then he, performs his Bhaumya Leela, we can at least get a glimpse of what is actually his mercy. And like Parikshit Maharaj, who is a grandson of Arjun the Pandavas, so from the Pandavas, so he asked like Shukadev Goswami, that, Shukadev Goswami is actually like sharing the Bhagavatam. He asked that, please, you describe me all the beautiful pastimes imitating the human child, performing all these wonderful activities. So at that time, Shukadev Goswami is, he shares very, very wonderful pastimes. And these are few of the, like few of the very well known pastimes are the butter stealing pastimes. And these are the pastimes, like how I said, it's like it's shared by a devotee who has written a book called as Blue Boy of Braja. So once what happens is, you know Krishna, he there was a bird that was born in the Himalayan mountains, and this bird was a multicolored bird. I have added this picture from the AI. It is definitely not in match with actual bird, but yeah, it was a beautiful multicolored bird. And it is said that no one had ever seen a bird of such beautiful colors and so many so many beautiful unseen colors actually. And even like seeing this bird, even peacock would fall short of the colors. And mostly this bird would be in Himalayan mountains, and people had hardly seen this bird anywhere. So once when a hunter, when he was passing through the Himalayan mountains for his trek, so at that point of time he caught this beautiful bird, and he thought that let me make a living of this bird. This bird is so attractive, so if I take this bird all over the world, then people will be so they will be so astonished by this world, by this bird. And I can make a living out of this by taking this bird all over. And when he actually he actually initially wanted to sell the bird, but then when he realized, when he started going to places, people we were paying him Lakshmi, like money, just to see the bird, just to play with the bird, and he thought this is like the best opportunity for me. And when he was going started going to villages by villages, uh, like uh, uh, one day he actually got to know, like when he was traveling on the boat with the bird, he got to know that this bird could actually speak the human language. And he's thought that what an amazement that I caught this bird, and this bird can even speak the human languages. I'm the most fortunate person, he thought. And once when he was wandering around places to places in glorifying this bird, showing this bird, he actually reached the Bhulok Vrindavan. He reached the Vrindavan Vraja, and he started doing all these bird shows. And thousands of gopas and gopis and birds, all of them, they started flooding and crowding around this man. And this man, he was amazed by the number of people who were coming. He was making a lot of money day in day out. And he started doing these bird shows. And this particular bird also, it would it would fly high in the air, and it would show all the colors to everybody. And w- like like in between of all this crowd, he saw a little boy coming running through the crowd. And the coming straight in front of the crowd where Nanda Maharaj was sitting, who's the king of Vrindavan basically. So this bird was fascinated seeing Krishna. Everybody were fascinated seeing the bird. But this bird, when he saw Krishna coming running through the huge crowd and coming near Nanda Baba, this bird, it just stood still. Who is this little boy who is so beautiful, who's so wonderful? It was like that. Anybody who would see our dear Krishna, they would be stunned. They would be like waiting to they would be like in shock that who is this little blue boy who's so beautiful? Like they would be stuck. And and when Krishna comes near the bird, and he sees the hunter, and Krishna suddenly asks a question to his father Nanda Baba. He says that why is the bird tied? And actually nobody had seen that. There was a thin thread which was tied to the bird, which the hunter was holding. And this thin thread was almost invisible. So nobody was actually seeing the thread. And when Krishna, like in his baby words, when he said to Nanda Baba that, why is the bird tied? At that time everybody saw, oh my god, this bird is actually tied. We thought that this bird is freely doing all these activities, but this bird is actually tied. And then Krishna told his father that I want that bird. And then Nanda Maharaj, he asked the hunter, like, how much you want in turn for this bird. Because like Krishna for the first time is asking for something, and he's asking for this little bird, beautiful bird. And Nanda Maharaj, as a father, he cannot reject Krishna's request. Now this person, like how I said, he thought that, I'll go place to places and make money out of this bird. So he was not in favor of actually selling the bird. But like he was not revealing the price of the bird also. Then Nanda Maharaj, he signaled his other cowherd men to get lot of gold coins and so many cows, and so much of vajra vaidurya, and he just poured in front of the hunter. Because why? Because for the first time, Nanda, like my his dear Krishna has asked for something, and he was ready to do anything for his dear Krishna. And when the hunter, he saw the unlimited Lakshmi, unlimited gold coins, and all the vajra vaiduryas, all the costly gems seen, showered by Nanda's other servants. So he was so happy. It is said that the amount of money that would, in return, would he would get from all those gold coins and gems, not just he, but his four generations could just sit back and eat. That much amount of money actually Nanda Baba showered to him. And finally he gave that he released, he gave that the thread of the bird to Nanda Baba. The hunter gave it. And then then Nanda Baba immediately, he gave the bird to the bird to Krishna. And Krishna, you see, the first thing Krishna does as soon as he gets the bird is he will just untie the bird. You see, actually we are all so, kind and compassionate, and that compassionate nature is in our, it is coming from our original father Krishna. He releases the bird. And then he the bird was so happy, just seeing Krishna and being untied immediately. And he comes and, sits on Krishna's shoulder. And Krishna asks the little bird, will you eat these rotis? Krishna, in his little, baby palms, he would have brought, few roti pieces. You can imagine Krishna's palm is like so small, but in that small palm, he had actually brought few, roti pieces which Mother Yashoda had given him to eat. And Krishna says, will you eat these rotis, like that? And then like uh, like uh, like uh, the hunter will say, no, 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 the bird does not eat anything, it just eats the fruits which I give, like that. But the bird speaks, no, if Krishna is giving me the roti, I will eat roti. The bird will very, very nicely flaunt its language and its words. And then Krishna will show his hands with the palm full of rotis, and the bird will quickly gulp all the rotis. And then his Krishna's friends started coming. Now Krishna, everybody, gets to know that the beautiful bird is now owned by our dear Krishna, our dear Kanha. So they all, try to, whatever they get, little fruits, little grains, they start rushing around Krishna, they start rushing around the bird. And then they start feeding the bird. And this bird, whoever, who throughout his journey with the hunter, he felt so lonely, and he felt so abandoned, and he felt so bound, is now feeling so much joy of friendship with Krishna and his dear friends actually. And Krishna actually says that when the bird is fed, the bird is having tears in his eyes. And then the bird is and when the bird thanks Krishna, and then Krishna says that, not just you, whoever comes, around our house, so whichever, bird or any animals, any living entities comes around this around our house in this Nanda Bhavan, so they will be fed, not just for this, not just for one generation, for so many generations to come. So you little bird, you don't have to worry, you can be happy, like that. And then like now that Krishna gets this bird, now Krishna asks, starts making conversation with this bird. Krishna asks that, who is actually there with you, from where did you come? Oh, I heard that you are from Himalayas, is it true? And then Krishna starts inquiring about the bird's family. Krishna asks, who is in your family? And then the bird also says that, actually I have my, wife, and my little, birdies, my children, who are actually in Himalaya, but this hunter, he caught me and he brought me everywhere here. I don't know if my kids are fed, I don't know if my, wife is fed, and like that. And then Krishna, to the surprise of the bird, he'll say that, you fly away, and you also go and get your wife, get your children, and all your community to this wonderful forest of Vrindavana. We will give you shelter here. We will give you food here. You don't have to worry about any of the food. Like this, Krishna will immediately release the bird, and the bird, decided that I will go, but I will actually return. In general, if a bird is tied and if a bird is set free, that bird will never come back again, because the bird is like, the nature of the bird is to fly freely, and it needs that freedom. And if somebody leaves that bird, the bird thinks, oh my god, I will never come back again. So here also, like where we are staying, so a couple actually, they had brought a beautiful blue bird. Actually, it was blue lovebird. It was blue bird. Initially they had a green lovebird, and they wanted that was a boy, and they wanted a, a boy brother, like a partner for that, for that bird. And then like the like this second bird which they brought, they actually did not tie the bird inside their house. They left it free. They were feeding the bird, and they were taking care of the bird, like anything. The first bird was already attached to the people in that house, so it was not flying away. But the second bird, as soon as they removed the bird from the cage, they had actually kept all their house doors closed and things like that. And once they thought that, let us, keep the door open for some times. It's been a while, it's been a week since this new bird has come, and they just opened the door, and that second bird just flew away. This, because these birds, they cannot be tied, they like to be free. And but this bird, it once it got association of Krishna, and it thought to itself that I will go to the Himalayas and get my, all the other relatives, but I will surely return with my family, and I'll never leave Vrindavan and go ever again, like that. And this amazing thing about Krishna Lila is that, Krishna is not somebody who ties him people to him. Sometimes people ask, I get deviated from bhakti a lot of time. Why can't Krishna force me to do bhakti? If Krishna forces me, then I'll do bhakti. But it is not like that. Krishna is not a forceful Lord. He is not somebody who ties people, who who forces people to love him. He's somebody who sets people free, and then he tells that, if you think that, I am deserving of your love, then, you can come back, like that. And with our own free will. And that is the problem with us material, like these, like materialistic people like us, that whatever this free will that is given to us, we use it very badly. We don't use it to do bhakti and go back to Krishna, but we use it in all other materialistic things, and not turn back to Krishna. And Krishna, like, he never interferes in our free will. He always thinks that if this devotee, if she wants to come back, if even if, all that we need to desire do is just desire. In our minds, we need to desire that, oh Krishna, I'm tired of this material world. Life after life, I've come here. This one life, I want to do little devotion to the best of my ability, and I want to come back to you, oh Krishna, and live a eternal happy life with you. Just like this, even if you have a desire, even if you have a prayers, Krishna will arrange everything. He will arrange devotees, he will arrange temple, he will arrange good association, he will arrange a wonderful platform for us to do the bhakti. But the only thing that is needed is just that desire. So the next story is the story of the is the story of the, yeah, this is the same story continuation. The sweet secret, like how I said here, is that Krishna doesn't force love. He invites love through his free will. Like how he released the bird, like that he has released all of us in this world. But we are actually bound by birth, death, old age, disease. There is nobody who is free from birth, death, old age, disease. Even the richest of the rich, like Elon Musk or anybody, they have to go through birth, they have to go through death. People don't want to get old, but they will get old. People don't want to get disease, but they will get disease. But this rope of birth, death, old age, disease, which we are bound from, Krishna can make us free from this, the ties of this material world. But we just have to desire, and we have to put little baby steps towards it. And the next story is like a beautiful story of the mango tree. One time, actually, Krishna was playing with all his friends, and they play so many unlimited number of games. In fact, all the games we see in all these Olympics and everything, it was invented, and it was all renowned. The source is Krishna, so he is the Sarva Karana Karanam, actually. And when these boys were playing games, the boys, they felt so hungry. And Krishna, like they approach Krishna, and anything that would happen in Braja, all these boys would approach Krishna. Their eternal shelter was Krishna. They were hungry, they were approaching Krishna. They were thirsty, they were approaching Krishna. They were scared of demons, they were approaching Krishna. And Krishna thought, oh, this is a mango season, and before the heavy rains, this is summer times. And all the boys were hungry, so Krishna, he stood below a mango tree. And as soon as he stood below the tree, suddenly the branches of the tree, it started bending, and hundreds of mangoes were right in front of Krishna's eyes. And Krishna, just he plucked mangoes, and then he started he got to eat it. And then he also started distributing to his friends. And there was one friend of Krishna whose name was Madhumangal, who actually loved mangoes. He loved laddus, and he loved mangoes a lot. In fact, it is said that he loved anything you give to eat him. He was cute little chubby brahmana friend of our dear Krishna. And he was amazed to see that the mango tree bent and gave so many mangoes to Krishna. So he said that, Krishna, can I also take one mango? And Krishna said, if you want to take mangoes, Krishna actually wanted to like have a good time. So he said, if you want to take mangoes, then I actually offered prayers. I offered special prayers to this mango tree, so you can also offer these prayers to the mango tree. And then this mango will bestow, it will bend, and it will give you mangoes. Like this, actually, Krishna, he made a prank. And then actually, you see, Krishna did not offer any prayers. He did not know any prayers also at that point of time, because the mangoes were so much in love with Krishna, that they were bending just to provide him, and they were wanting Krishna to eat. It is said that when Krishna was going through the forests of Vrindavana, all the flower trees would bend, and Krishna, they would wait that Krishna would pluck flowers and put it in his ears, and Krishna would decorate his hair with these flowers. And even when they're passing, they would bend. One is to offer their fruits and flowers, and the one is they wanted to offer their obeisances to Krishna. Even now, actually, these trees in the Vrindavan Dham, if at all you ever go to Vrindavan Dham, we can actually offer obeisances to these trees, because these trees have actually seen Krishna. They have served Krishna from, you can imagine, from the Dwapar Yuga. And these trees are not just ordinary trees. It is said that lots of yogis, they did tapasya to become trees, to become even a grass in Vrindavan, because they want to see Krishna, they want to serve Krishna in that beautiful mood. And this tree, like in general, like any other tree, it bent to give the mangoes. So, but the Madhumangal didn't know that they never considered Krishna as the supreme lord. They just considered Krishna as their very dear friend. And then when Krishna told that, oh yeah, I chanted mantra, because of which I got the mangoes, Madhumangal believed it. And Krishna, he taught the big difficult mantra to the Madhumangal. And Madhumangal, being a Brahmana, he very much, he started reciting the mantra. He started by hearting the mantra and things like that. And then he learned the mantra very nicely. And then Krishna, he warned Madhumangal that, you only if you chant this mantra exactly like how I told, and very very in a sincere mood, then only this mango tree will bend and give you mangoes, like that. And Madhumangal, he rubbed his palms, he folded his palms, and he decided that, yes, I am a brahmana, I can chant this mantra very nicely, and this mangoes will be, like how the tree bent for Krishna, the tree will bend now for me. You all, Gopas, you see how the tree will bend, like that. He showed off. And then he just started offering the prayers. He closed his eyes, offered the prayers, opened eyes, nothing happening. He thought, let me give it another try. He closed again, he closed, like he folded his palms and closed his eyes and offered the prayers, and he's like doing it repeated times, and Krishna is saying, try again, try with more sincerity, definitely the tree will bend. And then like he's reciting again and again, and Krishna here, he goes behind the tree and he's laughing very loudly. He's thinking that this little friend of mine, he has fallen for my trick, and he's thinking that just by offering, the mantras, some random mantras, the mangoes will give tree the tree will give mangoes to him. And and actually at that point of time, Madhumangal, he gets very upset, he gets very sad. And then our dear Krishna's brother Balram, he comes to rescue. He sees that Madhumangal is very restless and he's hungry, so he says that, don't think mangoes will bend for you, they bend only for Krishna. He was just, having a good time with you. If you want mangoes, I have a different ways of getting mangoes for you. And then he shakes the tree, because he's Balram, he's so strong. He shakes the tree, and hundreds of mangoes, it doesn't fall, it just rains down. You can imagine, like we all like love mangoes, right? The sweet Alfonso mangoes, we can imagine. So when imagine we stand under the tree, and then because of the mercy of the lordships, hundreds and thousands of mangoes, they're raining on us, and we just like fall on those mangoes, and we just sit there and relish those mangoes. I mean, I cannot even imagine. So this Krishna, so Balram finally, he'll shake the tree, and lots of mangoes, they rain down, and fell on some they fell on Madhumangal's head also. And as soon as the mangoes fell out of nowhere, all the monkeys, they get baskets, and they come running, they fill all the baskets with the mangoes, and then they pick, and then run away. And when Madhumangal is seeing that mangoes are being stolen by the monkeys, he also tries to hold few mangoes in his hand. And because Balram lovingly, he has pushed the tree, so Krishna thinks, I should also taste these mangoes that were lovingly taken by Balram. And Krishna also holds few mangoes in his hand. You can see in this picture that all the Gopas, they have collected few mangoes, and they're holding, and they're telling Balram that, oh Balram here, oh Balram there, like that. So yeah, like this, they had a very very beautiful pastimes of, they were making fun of each other's, and they were playing pranks with each other's. And finally they ate all the tastiest mangoes, juiciest, richest mangoes. And then they went back to their home. And then the another story is where actually Krishna has very unique relationship with all his friends. And the kind of relationship that Krishna has is so special with each and everyone. It's a unique flavor. Even it is said that for us, each and every living entities, there is a special place in Goloka Vrindavan, and it's a special seat. Let's say for Vaikuntham Priyanka Mataji, there is a special seat. For Kartika, there is a special seat. For Pratibha Mataji, there is a special seat. For Aboli, there is a special seat. For Kalyani, there is a special seat. And it's not like, let's say, Priyanka Mataji goes back to Godhead first, so then she will occupy the seat of Pratibha Mataji. No, it is not like that. Our seats are fixed in Goloka, and it is waiting. for lifetimes after lifetimes. That special place in Goloka Vrindavan Dham, it is waiting for all of us. And that is because Krishna, he has a very very unique relationship with each one of us. Even like when we hear so many pastimes of Krishna, I may like one pastimes, others may like another pastimes, and even there are so many different, avatar of Krishna, various incarnations of Krishna. Like some people may like Govinda, some people may like, Balaji, some people may like Krishna, some people may like, mm, Vittala. Like that, we have so many different incarnations of Krishna. And Krishna has a very very unique way of, reciprocating with the devotees, also with each and every living entity actually. And here also in Vraja, he was having very unique relationship with each and every friends of his. And there was a particular friend of Krishna, his name was Bhadra. And this friend of Krishna was one of the cousins also of Krishna actually. And he had a very intimate relationship with Krishna, and he couldn't be with Krishna even for a moment. I mean, who can, once we are with Krishna, who can leave Krishna? Who can leave Krishna and, come away? We are so unfortunate that we don't have that, that sweetness, that, what do you say, that that sweet rasa for Krishna. But those Vrajavasis, they had that, that thick close relationship with Krishna. And like when everybody were playing, Bhadra and Krishna were also playing, and suddenly they realized that Krishna went, missing. They were like, Krishna was not at all seen. And Bhadra was amazed, like Krishna was just right next in front of me, and then now he vanished. Now what happens is, Krishna actually, uh, like all of them, uh, 2 to 3 minutes Krishna is not seen, and he goes in panic because he's so attached to Krishna. He cannot even leave Krishna for even a second. And he Bhadra became worried that, Krishna always, when he goes to the forest, he lands himself into some trouble or the other. So Bhadra was very worried because he was a cousin of Krishna. And you know Yashoda Maya would have told him that, Bhadra, your name itself means protection, so you should give protection to Krishna, along with Balram. So they were sorry, Bhadra, this is like Balabhadra. So, and then like Balram was very very worried, and they were concerned about, Krishna. And sometimes, like Krishna climbs on the tree, and he climbs on the weakest branch of the tree without even knowing that, that branch can fall down, and that branch can cut and fall down. And sometimes, Krishna, he climbs a tree and he doesn't know how to get down. He just climbs a tree, and just seeing some birds, some fruits, he climbs a tree, very very, like, he shows off that, oh, you see, I can climb a tree like that. And then like, he doesn't know how to get down, and then he starts crying. And then Balram, he comes, and Balram also, sometimes he climbs the tree, and Balram also doesn't know how to get down. And then all the Gopas, like Gopal little friends, they take the message to Nanda Baba and Yashoda Maya, and then they come running. Oh, again our Krishna is in trouble, we have to actually save him, like that. And then finally, Nanda Baba gets up in the tree, and he brings both of his, sons down, like that. And this time actually, like, this Bhadra, he was very worried that, Krishna, he might be in some difficulty or things like that. And he's looking here and there and everywhere, and all the friends of Krishna, they're not actually, they're not at all searching for Krishna. See, anybody, none of his Gopa friends could live without Krishna. So this Bhadra was very amazed that, how is that all the, Gopa friends are so relaxed, they're not even bothered where Krishna is. How can everybody be so relaxed? So, and then, if Krishna goes missing, in general everyone should be concerned, but nobody is concerned today. How is that? And finally, like uh, like uh, like he this Bhadra, he goes to Balram, and then he thinks that Balram, at least he might, he's the older brother, and he might give me real answers. And finally, he asks, where is Krishna, where is Krishna, with every Gopa. And Gopa is there, like, some are giggling, some are laughing. And then only that he thinks that, yeah, let me ask with Balram now. Finally, he goes to Balram, and he says, Balram bhaiya, where is Krishna, like that. And Balram, he gives a very very cryptic answer. He tells, oh, where will Krishna hide? You're like this. He asks some, like, he will ask cross questions to Bhadra. And finally, like you know uh, uh, like uh, uh, like when Balram asks him, like, where is, you can only tell me where is Krishna. And finally, when he stands still and he thinks, why is not everyone searching for Krishna? And he runs around everywhere, and he is not able to figure out. And suddenly he stands and he realizes that everyone is staring at him. Everyone, the birds, the deer, the cows, in like the in Vrindavan, every leaf, every dust, every stone, every living entity, they just want to see Krishna. It's like, Krishna goes left, they are all turning left. You can imagine, everybody, Krishna went left, everybody is turning their head towards left. Krishna went right, everybody is turning their head towards right, like that. So, and now everybody are looking at him. Everybody are looking, everybody's eyes are on Krishna, on Bhadra, that friend of Krishna. And he realizes that he was, amazed that this never happened, that everyone is not looking at Krishna and looking at me. And that's when he realized that Krishna is behind him. He, wherever this Bhadra was going, he was, hiding behind the shadows of Bhadra, and he was actually trying to, save, not be seen in front of Bhadra. Sometimes kids do know that, they hide behind the mother, and as if they are not like, nobody will get to know. And it so happens that sometimes the kids are so small, no, that they go behind mother's feet, that mothers, they are searching, where is my son, where is my son? And then when they see behind their feet, the child will be right away lying there, sitting there silently, or standing there silently. And finally, like how I said, this Bhadra, he realizes that he's right behind, you know him, where the shadow was there he was like a shadow. He was actually just running behind him. That's why he was not able to find, Krishna everywhere. And the moment he saw Krishna, he turned. Suddenly he realized, yes, Krishna might, everybody are seeing me, which means Krishna might be just behind me. And he just suddenly turns back and he sees Krishna, and Krishna jumps and hugs him, and both have, such wonderful, reciprocation. And you know uh, like uh, we see that so many times we realize that Krishna is far away from us, but actually it is not like that. He's so close to us, he's somewhere so very close to us, where, wherever we are, there Krishna is. Sometimes people say, where is Lord, where is Lord? He's so, you say he's in, he's in the spiritual world, but actually it is not like that. He is in the spiritual world, but simultaneously, as a super soul, as a Paramatma, he's right within our heart. That's why, when we say to each other, when we are sick, no, we say that, oh Mataji, please pray for me. Oh, I will pray for you, I will pray for you. Somebody who is sick, some relative will say, I'll pray for your parents, and I'll pray for your cousins, like that. How is that? How does that prayer work? That prayer works because we pray. When we pray, the Krishna, who is in the form of super soul, who is in the form of Paramatma in our heart, he listens to those prayers. And the same Krishna who is in the heart of the person who is sick, he actually, when the devotees pray, like Krishna hears those prayers, and he thinks, oh, this devotee is praying, maybe I should, heal this person. And the same Krishna who is in the heart of the person who is sick, he will try to, heal him or give him a better situation via which he can, he can get better. So we should not always think that Krishna is far away. So whenever we are in difficulty, we can just, keep the hand on our heart, and we can, talk to the Krishna who is right with us, that, oh Krishna, I know that I'm going through these difficulties, but I know you're right within me, and you're seeing all these things, and you are waiting for me to offer prayers. So please, I want to get out of it. So, and whenever we go through something good, then we can thank Krishna. So we should never think that, yeah, Krishna is not seeing us, Krishna is not, there with us. Even it is said that, even if somebody goes, he closes himself in the darkest of the dark rooms, but he cannot hide from Krishna, because Krishna is there as, sarvasya chaham hridisannivishto matta smritirjnanam apohanam cha. He's there right within our hearts, looking at each and every activities of us. Okay. We will do a couple of pastimes maybe, and then maybe, we can, I like continue in the another session before Janmashtami. So the next, I wanted to like, how can we have Krishna and not have, butter pastimes? So this is one beautiful butter pastime of Krishna. It's very very hilarious and very very funny story, where Krishna and his friends, they would do a lot of prank, stealing butter. And they would go to different houses, and every day, they found unique ways of stealing butter. And one day, Krishna went at 6 o'clock in the morning to one of the gopis' house. He knocked on the door, and then Krishna had just gotten up. He had not even washed his face. He had not even brushed his teeth. You can imagine. Just he woke up and went to this gopi's house. He knocked the door, and when Gopi opened the door, she was shocked to see Krishna standing there. Imagine some little kid coming in front of your house early in the morning. We will be in shock, right? So first the first thing she saw in the morning was Krishna standing at her door. And his eyes were sleepy. He was rubbing his eyes, and he was like, in a very very sleepy mood. Like, even Gopi was very sleepy, that motherly Gopi. And she asked him, what happened, Kanha? So so early morning, why are you here? And then Krishna tells her that, Mother Yashoda, he tells that, oh Maya, my mom, Maya Yashoda has sent me. She woke me up very early today, and she sent me to actually, because we are having some sadhus in our home, and as guests, and we don't have butter at home. So Maya Yashoda, she told that in your house butter will always be there. So she told that, get one pot of butter. So, and then this Gopi was thrilled. She thought that, like, Mother Yashoda, I mean, you know what, like, Krishna's father Nanda Baba, he had 9 lakh cows. So if Nanda Baba has 9 lakh cows, then all the milk, definitely it will come to Yashoda Maya. So definitely there is no dearth of butter. So she was in shock, that Gopi was in shock, that how can Mother Yashoda not have any butter, like that. But then, she thought that Mother Yashoda is such a dear friend of mine, and some sadhus have come. If I don't, as a friend, if I'm not in help for her, then it is not a good thing, because a friend in need is a friend indeed, you see. So, and Krishna is coming so early in the morning, it means it must be, very very important. So then, when he said that, the sadhus, when Krishna said that, sadhus are there, I need little makhan, and she brings makhan. And then Krishna asked that, do you have, Maya, do you have some mishri also? This makhan will be so plain, right? So sadhus, they will like, with the mishri. So if you have some mishris, can you give, like that? Then she will also bring one packet of, mishri, the condensed sugar. And then she says that, you mix the butter nicely with the mishri, and then, you give to the sadhus, like that. And then Krishna was very happy, and then he turned around and he said that, to make it more genuine, so he says that, Maya, please don't worry, I will, after the sadhus eat all the makhan mishri, I will, get the pots washed, and I will return it back to you, so you don't have to worry about the pots. So he says. And then, she says that, no, 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 this is from my side, you can give to, Yashoda Mai. You don't even have to bring the pot. If Yashoda Mai, she if you bring the pot, then she will also fill the butter again. No, it's an opportunity for me also to serve the sadhu. So please don't bring the pots back, to me. You can keep, this is from my side, like that. And then, she goes back and she closes the door. And then as soon as she closed the door, Krishna, he signals all his friends, all his monkeys and everybody, and then everybody comes. And suddenly, like, all over the, in front of the house, there are so many, gopas and monkeys. And then, this they jump over all these, they jump over this, makhan and mishri, they mix it, they feed Krishna, and they even, feed themselves. And then one Gopa realizes that, oh my god, we are right in front of, that, Gopi's house. We should not be at least staying here. If the Gopis comes, then we'll get caught. At least we should go somewhere far away, and we should actually eat, like that. So Krishna, Krishna, he says that what is the fun if we hide and eat? We should actually, do things very boldly. He tells his all his Gopa friends, we should do things very boldly. And what is the fun in hiding and eating? So let us eat like that. And they continue on eating. And when they're eating this mishri, this mishri, the small pieces of sugar, sound comes, from the mouth. So when they're eating, like katum kutum, like that sound comes. So this Gopi is, she's hearing like lot of giggling voice. She's hearing the, katum kutum sound from outside. And when she opened the door, to the shock of her life, she sees all the boys, all the monkeys, they're sitting over there in a circle, and they're eating all the butter she had churned so with so much efforts. And then she gets wild. She says, Krishna, you lied to me. You said these like mishri, makan mishri is for all the sadhus, and look at these stupid boys, you're feeding them. And Krishna gets up, and all the boys are scared now, but Krishna gets up and he's very angry at the Gopi. He tells that how dare you call my friends as stupid? You don't know how big sadhus they are. You and they are so big sadhus. You go you Gopi, you should actually call us, and you should actually feed these big sadhus. It's now I have taken up this big responsibilities to call all these, my sadhu friends, and I'm feeding them, and you're not even grateful that, I'm doing this seva for you. Like that, he threatens and he scolds, that Gopi. And then like then there will be one little Gopa. He would, because Krishna signaled, he was actually wearing his dress. He half wears his, he was tying his, his mother was tying his little dhoti, but he leaves that, untied dhoti, and he comes running. And then this Krishna says, see this, Naga Baba, he's sitting here, he has come from Himalayas, and he can avoid anything you like, so you can ask, blessings from him. And you let us, eat this, eat this makan mishti, feed this, sadhu's makan mishti, like that. And this lady, she gets very angry, and she brings a very big danda. And then, the moment, they get to know that she's bringing danda, and next moment everybody runs away. And when she comes out, there is nothing, there is no evidence of butter, there is no evidence of Krishna, there is no evidence of that Naga Baba, nothing. He lives the, the sight so so perfect that she cannot even complain to anybody. This is our little Krishna, and his wonderful butter pastimes. So yeah, this is another holy pastime. It's from Sridham Vrindavan, where actually, Krishna was with all his friends. He was having, fun celebrating the Holi. But this particular time, Krishna, he did not want to, play. He did not want to, his mother Yashoda had decorated him very nicely with the beautiful, fresh clothes, and he did not want to play in colors, because if he play in colors, then again Mother Yashoda will wash him, she will bathe him, and she'll put another clothes. So he didn't, kids, they don't like to, take bath. Even sometimes we are also like that, we don't want to take bath. So he didn't want to again take bath after, um, putting the colors on him. So he was terrified, by the act of, people putting colors on him and things like that. Because like previous year, his friends had troubled him so much. They had put him so much of colors, and Yashoda Maya had, she had, washed him, so she had bathed him so many times, and he was all tired, and he couldn't even play that day, uh, play much that day, because of all these colors. So this year he decided that I won't get into any trouble. Today is Holi. I'll just stay back. I'll hide somewhere, and I will not, get caught into, get into any of these things like that. And like he actually, he was inside the room, and then his friends started coming outside, and then they started shouting the room, and they say, come out Krishna, come out, let's play, today is Holi, aaj Holi hai, bura na mano, Holi hai, Krishna please come. Actually, without Krishna they had no fun, their life was around Krishna. So colors meant nothing to them. All that mattered to them was Krishna is along with them. So so Krishna was all scared that people, they may come inside and take him now. So Krishna was telling his mother that, go and tell them that I am not here. So Mother Yashoda, she went out and she told them that, Krishna is not here, he's gone somewhere. So all the friends, they came to know that, Krishna, he doesn't go out without the, Gopa friends. There is something fishy here, like that. So what happened is, they appointed this Madhumangal, whom I said, who was the Brahmana, close friend of Krishna, on their behalf. And then they said, go search inside all the house, because you're a Brahmana, Yashodamai will not even throw you out. We are just Gopa friends, and we are already in color. So Maya Yashoda will throw us out. But Brahmana, they cannot do Brahmana aparadh. So you go inside and you find Krishna and get him for us. Without Krishna there is no fun, you see, there is no maza. So you go and get Krishna, like that. And this Madhumangal, he walked inside the house, he searched all over the Nanda Bhavan, and finally in one corner he heard something that sounded like some rat running around, so he went in the corner and he saw Krishna was hiding over there. So Madhumangal finally caught Krishna, and Krishna said, please, please Madhumangal, don't tell anyone I'm here, please Madhumangal. And then Madhumangal says, no, no, everyone wants to play with you. And then Kanha, everybody wants to play with you, everybody is waiting for you, please come, like that. He pleads Krishna. But then Krishna says, no, 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 please don't tell anybody. If you don't tell them, I will give you laddus, I will give you a big plate of laddus, O Madhumangal. And when Madhumangal, his favorite is laddus, when he hears laddus, everything in his world changes. His whole focus is now on laddus. So nothing means to him other than laddus now. When he hears laddu, then he says, okay, if you're giving me laddu, then maybe I can go and I can hide, or I can make it up for you, like that. And then Krishna brings a whole plate of laddus that was, specially made by Yashoda for him, and then he gives the plate of laddus. This guy, he becomes very happy, and Krishna reminds him, see, the deal is you should not tell that I am here, and to go out and tell everybody that Krishna is not in the house. Just declare everybody, and they will trust you, like that. And this Brahmana, this little cute fat Brahmana, he's actually a Brahmana. He doesn't know how to lie. So he comes out with the big plate of laddus, and he says, Krishna says that he's not inside the house. So, and then he just starts eating the laddus. And now you can imagine, there is havoc all over. Everybody hears that Krishna is inside the house. They've been waiting from morning to see Krishna, to play with Krishna. They get into the house, they forget everything. They are okay to get chastisement, they're okay to get beatings from Yashodamai. They get inside the house, and then they will bring Krishna, pull Krishna, and finally they will put colors on him. And eventually Krishna forgot his fear, and he played with them very, very happily. This is our little Krishna. The whole world is actually around him, yet personally he's there for every devotee, every gopa, every gopi. He's always available, and he knows, internally he knows that how to make this people very happy. In general, if he gives direct darshan, then people won't be happy. But if he does all this nakre and things like that, then people will be very happy. So in this way, he actually hides, performs very very beautiful pastimes. I have still like many many more pastimes to cover. I mean, I definitely don't want to delay you, so maybe we can continue the pastimes, before Janmashtami. And also, I also like to share the beautiful, the pastime of Janma of Krishna. It is said that Janma Karma Chame Divyam, when we hear about the appearance of Lord Krishna, then, and when we actually realize the way Krishna appears, and especially for all of us, it is said that Janma Karma Chame Divyam Evam Yoveti Tatvataha Tyaktva Deham Punarjanma Naeti Mameti. So Arjuna, त्यक्त्वा देहम पुनर्जन्म जन्म, we will never get, birth again in this material world. So our dear Krishna is coming on 4th September. So before that, we will keep another session filled with so many more beautiful pastimes of Krishna, along with the the how Krishna appeared in this material world for all of us. The exact story from Bhagavatam we will discuss. We will hear it carefully, so that in a begging and in a prayerful mood, so that we get a chance to cut this knot of material pangs which we are actually suffering knowingly or unknowingly. And then we can get that eternal shelter under Lord Shri Krishna. So maybe we have another 5 minutes, so I will sing a beautiful bhajan, and then we can actually end. If you are already getting late, you can drop off. Otherwise, we will hear this beautiful bhajan. It is called Nanda Nandan Ashtakam. It's a very very beautiful, very delicious bhajan. You can just sit back and hear. uh, सुचारुवक्त्र मण्डलं सुकर्ण. I'll actually share the screen. Maybe you can also repeat. It's a very very beautiful bhajan. You'll fall in love with it. I'll just open it in the Google, and I'll share the screen. सुचारुवक्त्र मण्डलं सुकर्णरत्न कुण्डलं सुचार्चितांग चन्दनं नमामि नन्दनन्दनं सुचारुवक्त्र मण्डलं सुकर्णरत्न कुण्डलं सुचार्चितांग चन्दनं नमामि नन्दनन्दनं. You can all sing along. I mean, in the muted state itself. Namami Nandanandanam. Namami Nandanam. Namami Nandanam. Namami Nandanandanam. Sudhirganetra पङ्कजं शिखिशिखण्ड मूर्धजम् अनङ्गकोटि मोहनं नमामि नन्दनं नमामि नन्दनं नमामि नन्दनं नमामि नन्दनं नमामि नन्दनन्दनं सुनासिकाग्र मौक्तिकं स्वच्छन्ददन्त पङ्क्तिकं नवाम्बुदाङ्ग चिकनं नमामि नन्दनन्दनं नमामि नन्दनं नमामि नन्दनं नमामि नन्दनं नमामि नन्दनन्दनं करेण वेणुरञ्जितं गतिकरीन्द्रगञ्जितं दुकूलपीत शोभनं नमामि नन्दनं नमामि नन्दनं नमामि नन्दनं नमामि नन्दनं नमामि नन्दनं त्रिभङ्ग देहसुन्दरं नखाद्युतिसुधाकरम् अमूल्यरत्नभूषणं नमामि नन्दनं नमामि नन्दनं नमामि नन्दनं नमामि नन्दनं नमामि नन्दनं सुगन्ध अङ्गसौरभम् उरोविराजि कौस्तुभं स्फुरच्छ्रीवत्स लाञ्छनं नमामि नन्दनं नमामि नन्दनं नमामि नन्दनं नमामि नन्दनं नमामि नन्दनन्दनं वृन्दावनासुनागरं विलासनुगवाशसं सुरेन्द्रगर्वमोचनं नमामि नन्दनन्दनं व्रजाङ्गनासुनायकं सदा सुखप्रदायकम् जगन्मना प्रलोभनं नमामि नन्दनन्दनं श्रीनन्दनन्दनाष्टकं पठेद्य श्रद्धयान्विता तरेद्भवाब्धि दुस्तरं लभेत्तदङ्घ्रि युग्मकं नमामि नन्दनं नमामि नन्दनं नमामि नन्दनं नमामि नन्दनं नमामि नन्दनन्दनं. So yeah, we have another 3 minutes. We'll just recite the translation and we'll end. Would anybody like to recite the translation? Aboli Mataji or Vaikuntham Priyanka Mataji? It just takes 1 or 2 minutes. Would you like to read the translations? Okay, I'm not able to hear you. Uh, Maybe Kalyani Mataji, will you be able to read the translations?
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah, you can read all the 8 paragraphs and then we'll end.
Yes, Mataji. I offer pranam to Nanda Nandana, whose face is extremely delightful, in whose beautiful eyes hang jeweled earrings, and whose entire body is anointed with fragrant chandan. I offer pranam to Nanda Nandana, whose eyes are more beautiful than the fully bloomed lotus, whose head is beautifully adorned with an arrangement of peacock feathers, and who enchants millions of cupids. I offer pranam to Nanda Nandana, from whose beautiful nose hangs an elephant pearl, whose teeth are immensely effulgent, whose bodily complexion is more beautiful and lustrous than a fresh rain cloud. I offer pranam to Nandanandana, whose lotus hands hold the flute, whose lingering gait defeats even that of an impassioned elephant, and whose dark limbs are beautified by a yellow shawl. I offer pranam to Nandanandana, whose threefold bending posture is exquisitely elegant, the effulgence of whose toenails put to shame even the moon, and who wears invaluable jewels and ornaments. I offer pranam to Nandanandana, whose body exudes an especially beautiful fragrance and whose broad chest is adorned with the Kaustubh jewel and the mark of Srivatsa. I offer pranam to Nandanandana, the expert lover of Vrindavan, who performs immaculate pastimes and who is attired in clothes which are suitable for those pastimes and who pulverize the pride of Indra. I offer pranam to Nandanana, who, as a lover of the Vraja gopis, perpetually delights them and who enchants the minds of all living entities. Whoever regularly recites this Sri Nandanandanashtakam will easily cross the seemingly insurmountable ocean of material existence and attain eternal residence at the lotus feet of Krishna.
Hari Hari Bol. So we heard that. Uh, I mean, whoever recites this regularly, we can cross over this bhavasagar of material existence and take eternal shelter at lotus feet of Krishna. So I'll pray that all of us, we take eternal shelter at the lotus feet of Krishna. Thank you very much for joining, and like please continue to join. We will have many more pastimes. In the next week, actually, it's Balram Jayanti, so we have very very beautiful pastimes of Krishna and Balram. It is said that Balram is the Adi Guru, and he is the one who actually takes us closer to Krishna, so we can hear his beautiful pastimes. And then just maybe before 1 week before Janmashtami, we will discuss about the Krishna's appearance pastimes. Like how I said, those are very very divine pastimes. And we can prepare our consciousness for Krishna, not just to celebrate his birthday, but also to appear to make him appear happily in our hearts on this auspicious occasion of Janmashtami. So I'll yeah